If your life is something that you care about, but you don't want other people to care about it because you want to live your way and your life with other people interfering in your life is something that hurts your life only because you hurt you. If you hurt you by being an addict that doesn't like people knowing what's going on in your life just because you find it better for you to be the one that hides. When you hide what's going on with you, you're the one who hides what's the truth. And the truth could be that you could be getting high, even if you say you're not getting high. But it also doesn't guarantee that if you're an addict who hides the truth about what is going on with you, then you're an addict. That doesn't mean what they say when they say that they're not getting high and they're really trying to get through. Addicts continue to do all kinds of different ways their sobriety, and their sobriety is theirs to own, is true. But when people help addicts and people can help you and people can help people that need help, an addict that doesn't tell the truth about what's going on with them or doesn't share the truth of what's going on with them isn't sharing how they can be helped by others because others don't know what's going on. If you're an addict that doesn't have any other way to try to do your sobriety than simply by doing it because you're too scared or you just think it's wrong for you to announce to everybody that you want to get sober or you're about to do something to get sober, then you're someone who's doing something great anyways. You're the one who's trying to be sober and doing a step that is extremely important. But when you don't have the time to tell people now, when you don't want to tell people, sometimes the people that you can keep in your life to help you are the people that sometimes you don't keep informed completely. Maybe they're the people that you used to get high with, or maybe the people that still may be the ones who supply you if you decide to relapse. It's not always untrue. There can be people around you that you just know are not going to be sober like you want to be, and they're going to be the ones that are around just in case, but you don't tell yourself that. Why would you tell yourself that you want somebody in your life, and want to keep them in your life because you're going to keep them on reserve just in case they're there when you decide to get high? What fool does that wants to be sober? What stupid idiot does that to want to be sober? Addicts do that all the time. They keep people in their lives that they keep on reserve just in case. They keep them on their phone, they keep them in their mind, they keep them in their house, or they keep them anywhere too. It doesn't mean that those people can't be kept around. It just means that they need to be kept around if they're people that are sincere with the lives that they're kept around by. If a person cares about someone and a person knows that someone's trying to be sober, even if they're an addict who's getting high, an addict who's getting high who knows that a friend wants to be sober and they're first to do the sober thing, a lot of times that addict who's still getting high will be the addict who says, stay away, I don't want you to get high. Or they'll make an effort, and they'll make an effort to if they have to be around them, to make sure. Don't give them any drugs. They're staying sober. Don't fuck with them. They're my friend. Don't fuck with them. I want them to not get high. They're trying. An addict who goes into an environment that's just freshly sober and there's drugs around or people around who may not have the best interests of the addict at heart simply because they don't know the addict. If it's an addict that's a girl that's pretty who they hear is getting sober, the addict predators that can be out there, the ones who use like that, and they can say, all right, cool. We know that she's just fresh. We know that she may not want to be sober as bad as she might say. What's she doing down here anyways with us in the trap house? Is she visiting a friend? She's just saying hi. She's getting her stuff that she left behind. Is she just, taking a night to find a new place to sleep? Is she just trying to do something, not to be an addict who doesn't want to be free and sober? She could be doing all the right things. There's people around who may not look at her as someone as that they want to keep sober. People can be really virtuous in the way that they try to respect another person's life, but there are those who are not. And those who are not are the ones who are in the end can screw people up, but the ones who screw themselves up are the ones who do it themselves. If a person is freshly sober, if you have no choice to be down at a trap house, you're a fool to be down there anyways. There's many different places that you can go. There's many options that you can choose, but if you have no options, then you're in a tough spot, and you've got to be strong as hell if you want to be sober. I don't know what it's like to have no choice or where to go or where to sleep, and sometimes just sleeping outside. I've never even done that. I don't know what it's like to have no choice or where to go, no choice at all. And that sucks if people have to deal with that, and they do, and they deal with it all the time. And I empathize with that. But if an addict friend of mine, girl or guy, needs a place to stay and I have it and they're trying to survive, I know that I can't keep them forever if they get high, and I'm trying not to get high. If they get high, they can't get high, in a way that if I'm trying to be sober, they can't bring drugs here. They can't be the drug addict high here. It also depends on who they are to you. If you love the shit out of them, then you'll compromise what you might think is the wrong thing to do and let them stay a little longer, let them be a little higher just so that they don't run off into the street and decide to go and get their next come up or fix by compromising their principles or values or self because they have no money. If they have no money and they have a place to stay, you're the one who has to make a choice of how do you take care of your friend to help them. They can take care of themselves, it's true, but they can also be the ones who do something that's wrong, real wrong, that gets them hurt more than just being the addict fool. It's a tough thing to do, to have a friend that you love and want them to be the right thing and they don't tell you what's going on. And so the right thing to do, God tells me, is to presume that they're right, and presume that they're good, and presume that they're doing what they say they're doing. And don't cut them down and make them feel like they're not doing it. Don't be the one who makes them feel like they can't be trusted when they know they can't be trusted, even if they are being not trustworthy. Let them know they can be until they do something blatant in front of you that it's in no way that you can go ahead and just dismiss and say no. Be the one that supports them, be the one that encourages them, be the one that keeps the tune of what they're trying to do. If they're the one who says, I just went to detox and I want to be sober, and I was sober and they got to spend Thanksgiving with family, keep marching the tune, keep supporting them. Keep telling them they're doing great if you can. And if you have to, tell them that they're wrong is not true. God says if you have to accuse someone of possibly getting high, you better know that they are is true. But if you know someone really well, God says, you know. But it's a difficult thing for you to accuse them, it's true. But if you do love someone and you're not afraid to accuse them, try not to accuse them unless you know for sure. But you can hint, you can guess, you can sort of put the direction of light onto them and then apologize quickly and show support. You want to protect the addict too, keep them all on their toes so the people around them that are around them know them. And that if they're going to go ahead and slip, they better not slip as easily as they think because we're watching you. It's not the nicest way to do it, but accountability is important. Accountability is something that addicts who try to get high and are trying to be sober are the ones who end up not getting high a lot of times. It's true because they are around the people that don't want them to get high. A lot of times it's true. So if you're an addict who is trying to freshly get sober and wants to stay sober, don't throw away your friends because they're pissed at you or irritated at you or maybe just accuse you or make a mistake of, saying the wrong thing that makes you feel like nobody's going to believe me ever. Why should he believe me? He didn't believe me. I don't care. I'm going to do it anyways. Yeah, he's there for you or she's there for you right now. And you chose for them to be around. Keep them around. They're there for you for a reason. They want to support you. And they'll support you further. They've gotten this far. So to all the addicts out there who try to be sober and are trying to be sober today, keep trying and keep going. You're on the right track. And it's a beautiful thing to be sober. And it's a beautiful way to be. Because that's living, that's life. And that's the way we should all be. Living life and be joyful, happy, and pursue life in a greater and better way than we could ever imagine. Because what we can't imagine is how life can be, especially if you're an addict who's been an addict for a while. Life hasn't been what you've been living, and you're the one who gets a chance to live it, and it's ahead of you, in front of you, and you deserve it, especially since you're trying, and that's gold to God. Amen.